really sure what that is. I mean, you'll have moments where you'll make game-winning shots, and it's fantastic.
Never nervous.
No. There are times where you'll miss it, and then people won't like you very much. But then the next game, you hit a game winner, and everybody loves you. And then you miss the next one, and everybody doesn't like you again. Right? So why would I stress out over quote-unquote pressure? It doesn't make any sense to me.
How about the responsibility to your teammates and to your own built-in pressures to perform like Kobe Bryant?
Even that, right? Yeah. Even that. There'll be games where you make them, and your teammates are thanking you for it. Times when you miss it, and your teammates are like, dang, man, you got to do better. Right? So it's ebbs and flows all the time. And internally, I just do what I practice. So there's no reason for me to be nervous or apprehensive, because I've done this shot thousands and thousands and thousands of times. I just have to do it one more time.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. And so in the game for the Rockets, Paul and Harden are the incredible backcourt duo. Melo and Tucker are the forwards. And it's Capella in at center. Harden outside. Screen by Capella. Just 5 on the clock. Harden kicks to Paul. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Lakers ball. About a minute played so far here in the first. Inside. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. And that one's good. James. Kobe, how important is it for young players to have mentors?
Oh, extremely important. I consider them the North Star. They're always there to provide guidance and kind of a map of generally where you want to go, the direction you want to go. And I always felt muses were important, because if I could study them and see how they got to where they are, it'll help me avoid some of the landmines that they may have stepped on and had to persevere through.
And gracious of you to become a mentor now for so many.
Well, it's part of the responsibility, I think, of giving back to the game, right? The game has given me so much. I've had great mentors in my life, and I feel like it's important to pay it forward.
Throws it up high, and it's McGee with the jam.
An elite passer at his position. I mean, James always seems to make the right decision.
Kobe, you're so decorated in every way individually and as a teammate with the 5 championships. Of all the things, the All-Star games, the All-Defense, all the individual things you've accomplished, what is the one thing you might cherish? And you may have alluded to it with the championships, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but at the end of the day, is that the one thing above everything else that you covet?
No. You know, the fact that I can look in the mirror and honestly say I gave everything to the game.
Right? That was obvious.
But that's the thing, right? You don't want to feel like you've left anything on the table. There's no stone left unturned. I gave everything to the game that I possibly could. That, to me, is the biggest accomplishment.
What a feeling.
Yeah.
Ingram attacking. Taken away by Anthony. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. A step-back shot here. And James pulls it down for Los Angeles. They've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Ingram. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Ingram's got his second basket of the game.
That's just great work inside. Ingram showing the tool set.
And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Anthony. Rebounded by the Lakers.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Hart the pass to Ingram. Puts it up. McGee trying to break free. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The Rockets again can't hit. The Lakers have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. James in the post, guarded by Tucker. The shot's good from LeBron.
And no one can really compete defensively with LeBron's athleticism. I mean, his strength, just too much to match up with.
Harden inside the three-point line. Kicks it out to Paul. Over LeBron. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. And so the first quarter is in the books. Los Angeles on top, up by... Chris Ball talks about the matchups he faces at the point guard.
The toughest position in the NBA night in.
And CP3, one of the most competitive players in the game.
It's an obsession with him, and you can see how hard he gets after it every time he takes the court.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
Getting high percentage looks, wearing down that defense on the inside.
Right, and as the defense collapses, that opens up inside-out opportunities. Productive first quarter.
Inside, we've got Kuzma and McGee. LeBron James is out there with Hart, and it's Ingram and at the small forward position. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by McGee. Anthony kicks to Harden. Over Hart. Harden can't hit.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
Sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Capella, the pass to Anthony. Paul dishes to Carmelo. Over James. That's short off the rim. Lakers leading by 4. Kobe, the NBA right now is trying to spread this game worldwide, even more so by developing basketball academies. But is enough being done, in your opinion, to develop players right here in the United States?
No. You shouldn't have players that can't shoot free throws.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't have players that can't shoot. Like,
We seem to talk about that a lot.
It doesn't make any sense. It
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense. Like, at what point when you're starting out playing basketball at the age of 10, 12, does a coach not say, come here, son, let me teach you how to shoot the ball? How does that not happen? You know what I mean? And I think it's just, coaches see a player that's extremely athletic. He's bigger than all the other 13-year-olds. He runs faster. He can dunk at 13. But the coach is like, just do that. Because we want to win today's game. Just dominate him. Just dunk, dunk, dunk. And you wind up hurting the kid.
Right.
As opposed to taking your time to develop their game and help them be well-rounded.
.158 left to play here in the half. And Kuzma gets it to go on the assist by James. Kuzma's got the lead up to 6 now for Los Angeles. Kobe, you talk about that skill development for young players. A lot of it would seem, falling on to AAU coaches.
Yeah, sure. I'm not a big fan of AAU, the way it's currently structured. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it at all. And I think we need to get back to teaching the game, patiently teaching the game. You're not going to learn all aspects of the game in 1 year, 2 years, but you have to have a plan and, year to year, add things to your game.
Well, Kobe, I have to say it's been a real pleasure having you stop by our booth and spending some time with us for this game. Thanks again for coming by. I hope we can do it again.
We will, man. It's been a blast.
There he is, folks, the great Kobe Bryant. And Chris, you and Kobe both playing from the same era of the NBA. He was sharing his thoughts about current trends in the league. Do you feel it's different from when you and Kobe both played?
Oh, definitely. I mean, when you look now, just defensively, we came into the game, hand checking was allowed. Then after that, zones were allowed in the game. When we first came in, you think about the three-point line, or the best three-point shooters in the game. Maybe we're allowed to take 2 a game at that time. Now you see guys, they can let it fly 6 or 7 times, 10 or 12 times, 15 times. So I do think that the game has changed, but I just just think that's great because the game is evolved. I love watching where these young players are playing and their skill sets now, and I can't wait to see where the game goes.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Chris, LeBron James here with the Lakers signed a 4-year deal with the team that surprised a lot of people.
But yeah, Kevin, and what is scary though is LeBron just doesn't seem to be slowing down. I mean, Father Time is undefeated, but he could be at this level of greatness all 4 years. And to think this might not even be his last big contract, that's just stupid. I mean, that speaks to the greatness of LeBron.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Yeah, coming off with a good pick, you want to get that when he gets the separation he needs. I know he would love to have that one back.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Gordon kicks to Green to stop the run, and it's Gordon missing.
Playing the revenge card right there, trying to get those 3 points right back. Didn't work.
Green with the block. And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Rockets trail by 13. Near the three-point line, it's Gordon. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Well, Gordon has such fluid shooting form. I mean, it's just incredible. He's effective off the dribble as well.
For Los Angeles, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
At the line for your Lakers, LeBron James.
He misses the free throw.
Taking 2 shots.
Good on the second free throw.
Well, the GOAT watch continues. Every year, every accomplishment goes into the analysis. I mean, LeBron would probably never be able to escape.
And Green gets it to go.
And look, he's not an easy man to defend. He'll get his points one way or another.
It's stolen by Green. That'll do it for the first half. Lakers on.
Thanks a lot. LeBron, are you getting the ball where...
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It is bedlam here. The hometown crowd loving that first half. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 14 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what'd you think?
Well, Kenny knows about this. I used to do this to his team all the time. Take advantage of you down low. Mismatch. Barbecue chicken alert. Make good entry passes. That led to some.
And now with the second half.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
Oh, well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
Terrific first half on offense. This is how you draw it up. We'll see if they can maintain that efficiency going forward.
Rockets trail by 10. And the Rockets with a big summer and back with a vengeance in pursuit of an elusive title.
No, don't count them out. If they can control Chris Paul's minutes, try to keep him healthy for the playoffs, if they're 100%, they can beat anyone.
And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. They've got Marquise Chris, Gerald Green out there with Gordon. Then there's Lene, and it's Ennis in at the 3, the small forward.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Rockets shooting around 24%. Not a good showing here. Wasted no time on that one. Green's got it back down to within single digits for Houston. And it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. James off the screen. And it's good off the back rim and in. James has got 16.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Anthony's shot is off. Los Angeles leading by 10. Stevenson with it. Now Anthony defending. See, there are guys that bring it every night. It doesn't depend on a game or a teammate or a play or whatever. Every night they're bringing out great consistency. I know you have a lot of players that you admire in that regard.
Definitely, I admire their pride, their heart, their attention to detail, passion for the game. The Kawhi Leonards, the Chris Pauls, LeBron James, of course, Kevin Durant. So many players put their heart on the line every night. You love seeing it.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Ball's checked in.
Oh, I love how Harden pulls once he gets the ball. If you play off him just a little bit, it'll cost you.
Zubac, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
Well, that's just a good example of why the score is what it is. I mean, they need to protect the rim a lot better than that.
Here's Harden. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. He's got 13.
And he's just not going to give up. I mean, if he has to do it all by himself, that's what he's going to do.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Beasley with the steal. Here's Caldwell Pope. No good on that one. So Houston will take it the other way. Harden the pass to Paul. There's the pass to Tucker. Paul, a screen on Beasley. Shot clock at 6. To the middle. Lets it go from 14. It's hauled in by Zubac. Lakers leading by 7. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Ball against Paul. Inside. And that one is stuffed right through.
Look at that awareness of ball. Fantastic at recognizing when his teammates are wide open. Oh, come on. You give Magic Johnson credit. The City of Angels. The Lakers wanted to make a big splash in free agency, and they did. Landing the biggest free agent that they could. Look, landing LeBron, that instantly made their offseason a success. I mean, it took a lot to recruit LeBron. Give Magic Johnson credit. This franchise has been the talk since he signed on.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The Rockets shooting their first free throws of the game. The first free throw is good. A platoon swap here for the Lakers. And so Paul nails both of them.
He's not making any mistakes up there today. Another solid trip to the line for him.
Paul against James. Pass to Hart. Feeds it to McGee. And the slam dunk by McGee.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Here's Harden. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
No, there's one award that Harden has won. I think you can pretty much say for sure he'll never win again. And that's 6th man of the year. It's hard to believe there was ever a time this man wasn't a starter.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's James. Pass to Hart. Looking for McGee. He gets it there. To the inside, James, and the layup's good off the glass. LeBron's got 4 points in the quarter.
and the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Anthony left side, and he can't bank that one in. Here's Kuzma from outside, off the mark, and so it's Los Angeles ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is, taking full advantage. Fantastic.
3 quarters in the books, folks. Glad to have you with us. Welcome back as we get going. Ingram and Kuzma filling up the 3 and the 4. LeBron James is out there with Hart, and it's McGee in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Laker 5. LeBron signing a 4-year deal with the Lakers. Greg, many speculated it might happen, but it was still a shock to many.
It makes sense from LeBron's standpoint. Son plays in L.A. for high school. LeBron has a lot of business interests as well. And also what's interesting is that when LeBron's contract ends, his son could potentially be coming into the NBA as a rookie.
You got to be in awe, James, an offensive juggernaut. It's caught fire here tonight.
Harden outside. Here's Tucker. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Their 3-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half. And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
James, the pass to McGee. Misses from close range.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Here's Harden. Again, the Rockets score.
This is what great size in the backcourt gives you, the ability to equally challenge the defense on all 3 levels. Hard as he is.
And it's McGee with the jam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's James. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Clint Capella.
And the leadership James brings to this team is incredibly valuable. When things get tight, they look to the king to provide for them.
Chris, the last few years, talk of expansion has come up. Are we ready, you think, in the NBA to add some more teams?
I think we are. Now, expanding to 32 teams might stretch the talent a little bit thin, but I think we could handle a couple of years with that because of the youth of the players. And it could actually switch it up a little bit. I mean, come on, Kevin. You're like me. You're a big basketball and big sports fan. You know we have to have a team in Seattle.
I would love Seattle. Absolutely.
I mean, come on. You know how crazy those fans were. You know, we have to have that come back. And then there's some places. Think about how great Oklahoma City is. How they just embraced this Thunder team. There might be a couple more places out there with that type of passion and fans saying, listen, if you give us a team, we promise we'll nurture it, take care of it, and root for it the loudest. And I like having that. I think it's time to definitely investigate expansion, but we got to get back to Seattle first and foremost.
Pass to McGee. Back to Ingram. Doesn't get it to drop for him. The Rockets go the other way with it. The feed to Hart. Over Hart. That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut down to just 4 points to the bucket from Harden.
I mean, and these are the kinds of shots this team expects Harden to hit regularly. I mean, just such a talented offensive player.
The Rockets, another fast break opportunity here. It's deflected. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That is his first foul of the game. Here is Harden. Harden draws the double. Anthony against Stevenson. Anthony down low. Good D by Stevenson. Lakers leading by 4. And 1:01 left in the game. Caldwell Pope kicks to Beasley. Here's Zubac, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Well, you can't lay that pass in there any better.
54 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
Not completely over, but it's getting close.
Yeah, we know some crazy stuff happens out there, but everything would have to go their way to finish this off.
Showing why he wants to take on more responsibility, Kev. I mean, Capella's competitiveness in these big moments, admirable.
Nice understanding of where to go with the pass.
There's 39 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
And this is where Capella excels. Close to the rim, uses his size well to dunk it.
Ball kicks to Stevenson. Back to Ball. It's tipped. That's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
And don't forget about the good hand-eye coordination. I mean, he almost corralled it in for the steal.
Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound. Fires the three. Nails it. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Well, guys separate themselves by how they perform in clutch situations. Give this man his props.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
And when the game is on the line, Caldwell Pope stays ready to take the shot. Just a great player to go to in these type of spots.
Timeout called. The Rockets. They're trailing by 3. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take?
And with this much time, they should be able to draw up a play and get themselves a decent look from the three-point line. Still, the D is going to be waiting for it in a contested three. Never an easy shot.
From deep, Harden misses the three. And so it's the Lakers who come out on top here. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
I mean,
So the Rockets win the tip. Here's the starting group for Houston. The engine of this team, Paul and Harden in the backcourt. Melo and Tucker are the forwards. And it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
You know, it's funny, guys. I'm still not sure that Chris Paul gets enough credit for just how special he is as a player. I'm not sure why that is. I mean, very few players in league history have been able to impact the game at both ends of the floor at his elite level.
Clock is at 3. And the slam dunk by McGee.
And I tell you what, guys, I think that's the best part of James's game. And he's got a lot of good parts, but his vision is otherworldly.
Harden the pass to Capella, stolen by McGee. And the foul on Harden. That's his first foul. And you look at Chris Paul's numbers, they stack up to any point guard that's ever played the game. Clark, what do you think is the most underrated part of Chris Paul's game?
Well, I would think it would be his defense and his perimeter shooting. I don't think he gets the credit for being the perimeter shooter he is, but defense would stand out to me.
Capella, McGee with the block. Hart kicks to James. Lakers spin the ball around now. McGee the pass to Kuzma. McGee a screen, just 5 to shoot. Kuzma can't get it to go.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen, got him the space he needed, but he bricked it.
Well, this is something that Kobe has said in the past with the Lakers organization. It is championship or bust.
Well, I think you need that type of culture and mentality to have a chance to win championships. I believe the Lakers have done a good job of maintaining that mentality throughout the years.
Well, we've been waiting for it all summer, Clark. Opening night. What's going through the players' minds right now, just before the beginning of the season?
About time. These guys have been ready for this a month ago. But they're happy that there's no more waiting around, and now the games count for real. And they're focused on trying to get off to a great start.
And here is James following the three from Chris Paul. LeBron James on the wing. It's stolen by Anthony. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Paul's got 5 points so far.
You know, Chris Paul will get his points any way he can. I mean, that's his aggressive nature. CP3, if it means handling contact, he's ready for it.
Now here is McGee. A steal. Here's Ingram. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
The nice shooting ability of Ingram makes that mid-range J a quality shot.
Capella with a screen on James. Paul kicks to Capella. Out to Anthony. Puts it up from 12. Now here's Tucker. Guarded by Kuzma. And it's Capella missing for Los Angeles. They've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Hart. It's rebounded by Houston.
Well, he mistimed it just a skosh. Don't think the defense really had an impact. I think he just flat out missed it.
Now, here is Harden. Back to Tucker. To the paint. Harden dishes to Carmelo. The Rockets again can't hit.
Cannot give him that much room from mid-range. They got to feel lucky he didn't knock that one down.
Hart kicks to Kuzma. There's 25 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. 6 to shoot. James, the pass to McGee. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. The wide open look here for Anthony. Wide open shot is on the money. Anthony's got his first basket.
Well, you got to respect the jump shot of Anthony because he's got the ultimate green light. And because of that freedom, he's a dangerous guy on the perimeter.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Rockets ahead. They're up by 3. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching. A unique upbringing for Clint Capella. Spent years in a welfare orphanage in Switzerland. He said he never...
Even as a kid, I wasn't even dreaming about that far.
Just an inspiring story, Greg. It gives you perspective on why you should be grateful for everything you have.
Kevin, without a doubt, Capella's upbringing helped shape him, and the hard work he continues to put in is really admirable.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
Yeah, outworking them right now, plain and simple. I mean, they've been terrific in the open floor.
Ingram and Kuzma filling up the 3 and the 4. Hart is out there with LeBron James, and it's McGee in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter.
You know, in recent years, the Rockets have not lacked for critics. I mean, they're a jump shooting team. They're a bean counting front office. A coach whose teams don't defend. Last season, I think, silenced a lot of those critics.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. And stolen by LeBron. And James throws it down.
LeBron James throwing it down is a thing of beauty. An incredible athlete who makes dunking look as easy as it can look.
And Clark, it all seemed to come together for the Rockets last season. What was the key in your estimation?
I think you've got to look right at the addition of Chris Paul, reducing the workload on James Harden, more defensive-minded wings, also the development of Clint Capella. When you factor those things in, you get 65 wins during the regular season for the Rockets.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now.
You know, when Chris Paul came to the Rockets, a lot of people questioned if he and James Harden would be able to share the ball. Both known for being ball-dominant guards. I think you'd have to say it's worked out pretty well.
Harden, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. 6 points for James Harden.
Boy, so crafty a player is James Harden. I mean, when he gets inside, he finds all kinds of ways and manner in which to score.
Here's James, and fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts, and a chance for one more here. And I think Chris Paul never comfortable with that ball-dominant label, Greg. He never played with another guard who could create, certainly on the level of Harden.
No doubt about it. I mean, Mo P, J.J. Redick, guys who were great shooters, but really more off-the-ball players. Chris needed to be that kind of a playmaker, but with Harden, he has someone just as gifted at creating baskets for himself and others.
James outside. Chalk up 2 there. James has got 9 points.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Bucket is good. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing they've done well is they've run the shooters off their sweet spots. They've really closed out well and forced them to put the basketball on the floor.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And that's the tough part of trying to keep him on the floor. Now he picks up that 3rd foul.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. Ball kicks to Zubac. Back to Ball. 5 on the clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. From 10 feet out, here's Zubac, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Rockets have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter.
You take a look at the Rockets offense, and they've become lean and mean. Very few mid-range shots, no long twos. It's all threes and points in the paint. They keep their menu tight, and it works for them.
And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first foul.
Harden against Caldwell Pope. To the wing on the left. Anthony in the corner. And some nice passing there by Houston. And the dunk by Capella.
How about the force from Clint Capella? When he's got good position inside, he's throwing it down.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
And James Harden, last season's MVP, the runner-up in 2015, actually won the players' vote for MVP that season. But last season, he took home the official hardware.
Well, I tell you, it's a treat watching Harden play. I mean, he's so fluid in his shooting form, but he's also sensational driving inside and a capable passer as well. This guy's got it all.
It's tipped. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. No good that time.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
Yeah, these teams evenly matched, Greg, trading hits and refusing to give up any advantage.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Rockets All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. They were unable to ever build a big lead in the first period, with 3 points being their largest cushion. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
And I love in that first half that they were patient. Looked for good shots and knocked them down.
Yeah, I liked how they took the initiative. They were really locked into what they wanted, not letting the defense dictate their shot selection.
And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Over on the wings, it's Harden paired with Melo. Clint Capella is out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Paul in at the point guard position.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
We know star power is critical, Clark, but when you look at the great bench players, what distinguishes them in your estimation?
A couple of things, Kevin, when you talk about outstanding role players. One is not only do they accept their role, they embrace it. They thrive in it. They really relish it. It could be impacting the game defensively or impacting it with energy and offensive rebound. Sometimes it's a designated scorer who comes off the bench to just inject offense. Lou Williams as a 6th man.
Sure.
Vinnie Johnson when he was with the Pistons. I mean, there are a number of guys. John Havlicek, his great Hall of Fame career was pretty much started as a 6th man. So Kevin McHale and so forth. You can go down the list, but they impact the outcome with some aspect or aspects of their game, which is awesome to see.
The Rockets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Well, at the start of the summer, many expected a busy market for Capella in free agency. Eventually, though, signing a 4-year deal to remain with the Rockets. I feel like it's a great deal for Houston as Capella gives them the perfect inside presence to complement Harden and Paul.
Stolen by Harden, and it's Houston on the break. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Harden's got 9.
Boy, that was a masterful read from the talented Harden. I mean, he's at his best when he's attacking in the open court. Nobody better.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Paul against James.
Brandon Ingram is as complete a player as they come. I mean, not only awesome on offense, but spectacular on defense as well.
And not even 3 quarters out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Hart kicks to James. McGee inside. Capella's there. McGee's shot is off. Tucker dishes to Capella. Kicks it out to Paul. Anthony against Ingram. Harden outside. Harden sets the pick for Paul. 4 on the clock. Second chance shot. Out to Anthony. Pass to Tucker. On the wing, Harden. Another shot. It's tipped.
In addition to being superb on offense, Ingram is also a ridiculously good defender. I mean, his long reach really allows him to come up with a good number of blocks.
And Anthony gets it to go.
Well, I tell you what, he's putting together quite a game here, knocking down shots and building upon this lead.
Now the pass to McGee. And he drops in the layup off the glass. McGee's got his third bucket of the night.
And James is an all-around talent, a fantastic passer who actively looks to get his guys going.
Paul passes to Anthony. Kicks it out to Paul. Anthony against Ingram. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
James, the pass to Ingram. Back to LeBron. Pass to McGee. And it's McGee with the jam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Paul kicks it to Tucker. He dishes it to Capella. Tucker, the pass to Capella. And here's the fast break. Ingram outside. Lets it go from 14. And there's another one for the Lakers.
Guys, when LeBron is scoring like this, as a defender, it's hard not to throw up your arms and say, I give up. It's so hard to slow him down.
3/4 of play in a close game here. Lakers on top, leading by 3. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. Let's listen now to head coach Luke Walton review the game plan.
We're doing a better job of making shots.
And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Ingram and Kuzma filling up the 3 and the 4. LeBron James is out there with Hart. And it's Zubac in at the 5 down low.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
The Rockets trail. Harden outside. He feeds it to Capella. Doesn't go for him. And the Lakers going the other way now. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul. The game. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively. And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Los Angeles.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnover.
And love the awareness there from James. Just terrific at pushing it down the floor and then finishing with style.
Rockets trail by 7. Paul for 3. Another miss by Houston. He lobs it up. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Harden. Rebounded by Hart. Lakers have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Offensive rebound. Zubac, that's good. And the Lakers lead by 9.
Much love goes his way. I mean, he refused to give up on the glass. Nice to see him rewarded because of his hustle.
Timeout called the Rockets. You look at James, what a contribution.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Mike D'Antoni talked to his team. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We've got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if we have enough to get it done.
All right, thank you, David. Knight kicks to Gordon. Knight passes to Gordon. And some nice passing there by Houston to end the run. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's James. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow. From deep. And it's Gordon missing.
And, you know, Kevin, that's what they want. An uncontested look from the perimeter. Sadly, they came up short on that possession.
Rockets trail by 9. Inside. And Green slams it in.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I think the pass was even better. I mean, that was room service delivery at its finest.
So the first one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8.
And the leadership James brings to this team is incredibly valuable. When things get tight, they look to the king to provide for them.
A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Gordon kicks to Nene. And that one, good.
Look at the intensity of Nene, one of the strongest guys in the game. Phenomenal at scoring the ball inside.
James up top. Over Nene. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Some changes for the Lakers. Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And Stevenson comes in for Ingram. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Josh Hart. Gordon kicks to Knight. Chris with it, working on Beasley. Knight, wide open. Good on the three-point shot.
A pretty free look from three-point range. The D forgot about him on that possession.
You know, Greg, I think that might have been intentional. It perhaps was not an accident because he's typically not the guy that's taking that shot at this stage of the game.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective. And Gordon has the confidence of his teammates, Kevin. A prime-time scorer who lives for situations just like these.
And it's Houston on the break. Kicks to Knight. Back to Gordon. Lets the 3 fly. And Stevenson grabs the board. And Gerald Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. And the bonus will go to the free throw line. Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
When Lance Stevenson is focused, he's very dangerous, has a ton of talent, good, strong physical body, athletic, versatile. He does a lot of good things out there.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. And here's Anthony for 3, buries it. And now they trail by just 4.
And I love seeing Anthony come up with big plays in these moments because his team is dependent on him to score, especially when the game is tight.
And no good is the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. A big group substitution here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Zubac. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Michael Beasley. Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for Lance Stevenson. And it's Josh Hart in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And guys, really no ceiling on Ingram. This is a guy who has the potential to be a truly great player before it's all done.
This is the red-hot version of Chris Paul right there.
12 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Now Tucker. Harden way outside. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that